Yes, my people, welcome back to another video and welcome to a brand new save on this channel where we are going to take on the reigns of Vitesse. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and bring them back to the Eredivisie and then take over Holland. And our goal in this save is to try and win the Champions League with Vitesse. Now, there is a lot of backstory behind this decision to do this save. So, basically, I was on stream and someone in my chat asked what save I should do. I then searched up and saw about Vitesse. He then told me that I should do the save and then gave me a little bit of backstory, and then I have done my own research. So, I want to show you said research now. So, here we go. As you can see, this is a bit of research I have done, and I'm going to give it to you now. So, basically, Vitesse have lost their professional license. This is August, the start of this season, after the court ruled in favour of it being revoked, and so as a result they got relegated. Now, the reason is because of their ties to Chelsea and Roman Abramovich and the whole war, as obviously they played in the Eredivisie for 34 years. They played in the Europa League and the Conference League 6 times in 9 years. So they were a big side. But unfortunately, it all came ravelling down, as we can see here. He was forced to sell the club due to them being Russian. They then fell into a financial spiral and promised owners fell through. Saviours, they came too late and it looks like they're going to fold. Now, also TalkSport have said, so obviously people like Mason Mount played for them. They've had their license revoked. They're the second oldest club in Holland. Abramovich as well. After 10 years, they made new rules to get some control of the ownerships. They cleared their debt. But ultimately, it all fell down. They're 130 years old, which is unbelievable. They're a massive, massive club. They've been in Europe and they are folding. And I can show you here. So they are in the second tier of Holland. They have a 12-point deduction. So it's going to be difficult to get out of the league. We are predicted to come 16th in the league. Our key player, I will show you very shortly. Finance-wise, I haven't actually checked this, so we're going to find out together. Negative 2 million. They get 0 sponsorship. They're 5 million in debt. They're spending all their wages. This is going to be a very difficult save to do. Hopefully we have good youth set up and we can use those people to get us through, as we've got some decent players here. But yeah, it's not great. It's not great at all. Bonner, one of our better players probably. A couple of decent potential players, because obviously Vitesse do have that history of having a fantastic youth intake. A fantastic youth system, and obviously having that affiliation that they had with Chelsea, they had that as well. So, what are we going to do in this episode? We're going to play our first league game of the season against Canberra. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away. I'm going to try and do some business if I can. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to be honest. So I'm going to try and do some business. I'm going to keep on researching about Vitesse and their struggles as well, so that I can then update you all and I can give proper good feedback on it. And I've also got a little bit more information that I want to share with you all. I need it to just load so I can list it off. So they have a 12-point deduction. They have a transfer embargo in the first season, apparently, so I actually can't do any business at all. They got an 18-point deduction in April 2024, and that led to their relegation from the Eredivisie due to serious systematic breaches of Dutch league licensing regulations and providing false information to investigators. The sanctions followed revelations of hidden financial ties to Chelsea owner Roman Abramovich, creating a multi-year pattern of deception, and they obviously got took to court as well, and that is why they are in the mud. So the second oldest club in history, they have 130 years of history, and it all got revoked because of their ties to a Russian businessman. Some may argue it's unfair, some may argue it is fair, but one thing we're going to definitely try and do is bring Vitesse back to the promised land in Holland and take them back to the Eredivisie, and we're going to try and win them the Eredivisie and the Champions League. They have never won the Eredivisie, and we're going to try and do that in this save. So if you are excited, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And I'm going to try and do business, but if there is a transfer embargo, I will just see you when we get to the Canberra game. And we'll play a cheeky little live com just to round off this episode. This is just a little starter episode for the save. So we'll get to that point and we'll go from there. And I'm going to be streaming this save live on Twitch as well. So if you want to watch the behind the scenes and the in between the games that you don't see, then don't forget to come over to Twitch and check us out on there. So I'll see you for Canberra away as we start our Vitesse journey as manager. Okay then, so we are back. I have played the summer, and as you can see in the bottom left, we are live on stream. As I said, I'm going to be playing the off the camera and behind the scenes on stream. So if you want to be involved and watch live to get more behind the scenes action of this reviving Vitesse save, then don't forget to follow me on Twitch. Link is in the description down below. And this video and as well these live streams do go on the second channel. So if you can't make it for a live stream because you're busy or anything like that, then don't forget you can watch the full stream live. Well, not live, but you can watch it at any time on the second channel. So if you don't want to miss the behind the scenes and you want to see the whole save, then don't forget to subscribe to the second channel. And let's just get into this video then. So, as promised, we're going to be playing against SC Canberra in the league. We are going to show you the tactic that we've gone for. I'm going to show you the transfers that we made, and then we'll get in. So, I have managed to make a couple of transfers, which is good. Okay, I'm going to have to sort this by date. Okay, so it's these four here. And as you can see, we made a couple of loan signings. So the first one, Gearstove on loan from Feyenoord. A very good young centre-back. A good player in this tier. He looks fantastic, and he is our starting centre-back. If we only played one centre-back, it would be him. So we signed him. We then picked up an attacking midfielder from Groningen on loan. Again, just a decent player. Young and Dutch as well. So hopefully I can build up a relationship with these teams in the top flight that we can get maybe an affiliate with or anything like that. El Ghibli, our first proper signing. an attacking midfielder slash a winger that we signed on a free. He has pedigree from playing pretty much all around the Middle East, played a bit in Holland as well, had a good season in the Eredivisie 18-19. So signing him was good. And then we signed Tony Ritz, a really good box-to-box midfielder that we were desperately in need of. The young German midfielder on loan from Borussia Dortmund. So being able to sign those was a positive. I haven't sold anyone because I don't really have reason to. So yeah, that is how many signings we made. We do have a couple of injuries today, unfortunately, from 3 starting players as well, which is not good. Our pre-season, we did all right. We lost 2-1 to Valladolid, who are in the second tier of Spain, which is obviously better than the second tier of Holland. So the tactic then, as let's just get into this. It is a 4-2-3-1, and it is the same tactic we went for at Chelsea, which I thought was quite fitting because obviously Chelsea are a affiliate, or were an affiliate with Vitesse during the Roman Abramovich era. If I just turn the chat box off so you can see the tactic properly. It's a 4-2-3-1, and then out of possession, it is. I'm not going to go over it too much because it is genuinely just the exact same as we played at Chelsea, so we don't need to go over it too much. So our lineup then, as I mentioned, Bonner, our starting right back, Shikora, our starting defensive midfielder, and our starting goalkeeper are all injured for this game. They would normally be starting. So our lineup today is as follows. We've gone with Brawl in goal, a back 4 of Markello, Gearsov, Stefan and Butner, club captain. We've then gone with a midfield 2 of Bakker and Ritz, with Van der Werf just in front of those as the attacking midfielder. We've then gone with Rannon on the left, El Ghibli on the Rannon on the right, El Ghibli on the left, and then Banis is our striker for the year. He leads the line for us today. So, without further ado, let's get into our first game as Vitesse manager. And okay then, here we have the lineup screens for the first time as Vitesse manager. So, Canberra have gone with a 4-3-3 formation, and I recognise one of the names already, Thomas Galvez. Recognise that name. So, they've gone with Janssen in goal, a back 4 of Jamumi, Buaf, Amarfo and Basilo, with a midfield 3 of Rick Mulders, Diemers and Soren. Ferrer and Balk are on the left and the right, with Nicholas Binder leading the line for Canberra here today. Hopefully we can go out there and put on a great performance. As here is confirmation then of the lineups. I'm thinking about getting a Football Manager skin on because these lineup screens do me head in a little bit. As of course we do have a 12-point deduction, so we need to remember that. As here we go then, the players lead us out, and our Vitesse managerial career is underway. Hopefully we can kickstart it in brilliant fashion and try and win and get ourselves, well, I would say some points on the board, but reduce the amount of points deficit that we have, as Ferrer driving down the right hand side then for Canberra. He finds Soren, and Soren goes for goal, and Canberra are 1-0 up already. That's not good. Interesting goalkeeping from the goalkeeper. Didn't even move. He just stuck his arms out and prayed for the best, which I think is interesting. Brawl then. Doing well there to win the throw. El Ghibli. Finding Butner, who then finds El Ghibli again. El Ghibli cutting in, and it's a good save from the Canberra goalkeeper to deny Van der Werf there. El Ghibli with the corner. It's high. And it's cleared, but only as far as Ritz. And it's another good save from Janssen. Vitesse, we are starting to knock on the door a bit now, which is good. As I would... This is going to be a very difficult save, though. Obviously, the goal is to try and win the Champions League with Vitesse. And I think it will just be a case of... It's going to be difficult to get... To be fair, even winning the Champions League with, like, Ajax would be a fucking challenge. And we've got to get to Ajax's level first. As Binder is in here. He crosses to Demons, and it falls to Ferrer. And Canberra are 2-0 up. It's going to be difficult to even get out of this league at this rate. Canberra puts them... No. I can't even remember who scored. Ferrer. Ferrer puts Canberra 2-0 up. It's blocked initially by Butner, but it falls to Ferrer. And he makes it Canberra 2. Vitesse 0. How are Vitesse doing in real life? That's something I'd quite like to know. I'm going to search it up after this. In fact, I'll search it up now. Binder driving down the left though for Canberra. Goes back to Ferrer, and it falls to Demers. It's off the post. They're 19th in the league. They're on 23 points, so they're actually on 35. So they're actually 10th. 4 points off of 5th. So fair. De Werf finding Ritz, and it's cleared, and Ferrenat. It feels like we have no stability in midfield. We were really open there. It was a 2 at the back at one point, which is not good, as Canberra find themselves 3-0 up then. This is not going well at all. Brawl. Going long. Surin looking for Binder, who then goes to Ferrer. He then finds Binder, and Nicholas Binder makes it 4-0. They're just better than us. Like, just every single highlight is Canberra. Ritz does well to clear, and now Banis can pick the ball up. Banis driving down the left hand side for Vitesse. He pulls it back to El Ghibli, and that's another brilliant save by Janssen. And I mean, we had chances to go 2-1 up even after the first goal. But since then, it's just all been Canberra. As it's headed away. Ritz can pick it up though. And he drives down the left-hand side, but is tackled by Basilo. Butner into Van der Werf. Ritz goes back to Stefan. And that is the half-time whistle. Canberra 4, Vitesse 0. Not good at all. As I genuinely have no idea what to do in this situation. I mean, our goalkeeper's not had a great game, but I don't know. Soren finding back. Binder to Soren. Big switch out to Ferrer, who puts the ball in the box. And it's headed away, but only as far as Balk, who drives at Becker and pulls it across. And Binder is there to make it 5-0 to Camber. What the fuck? El Ghibli. The ball over the top to Banis. And that just sums up our day. A one-on-one. And we can't even put the ball in the back of the net. What the fuck happened? This game, I'm sorry, I know I'm getting a bit agitated because we're losing 5-0 and it fucking fucks me off. But this game is so broken. Like, I literally didn't click anything and it's doing that. I mean, our players are having awful games. We just don't have anyone to bring on. There's no squad depth. There's no nothing. As Brawl goes long, it's headed away. Van der Waff then wins the header. Banis finding El Ghibli. Banis is through on goal here. And, I mean, it gets to a point where we actually could have scored 2 or 3. El Ghibli with the delivery. Headed away, but only as far as Ritz. And we've just missed an open goal. What? How have we missed an open goal? Janssen's actually having a really good game, and that shows you that we should have scored a couple of goals here. Soren to Mulders. Balk now. Back to Mulders. Into Amartha. Into Jamumi. Demers. Ferrer. Through on goal. And Brawl finally decides that he wants to make a save. El Ghibli goes back to Ritz. Stefan back into Ritz. Butner. Stefan with a big ball over to Van der Waff. Boren into El Ghibli. And we do finally score. Our first goal of the save comes in the form of El Ghibli, who, to be fair to him, has actually had a good game here today. However, you have had an awful game. Pinto is going to come on. You have had an awful game. But there's no one to bring him on for. You have had an awful game, but there's no one to bring him on for. This is what I mean. You've not had a good game. We'll bring Driesen on. I mean, fucking no one's had a good game here, really, have they? Schwartz can come on. I don't know how good you are, to be honest, pal. We'll leave it at that, I suppose. Ritz has had a decent game, to be fair to him. We got a goal back at least, but still been an absolute shit show of a game here, as we are now into the final 15 minutes of normal time. And I tell you what, this has not been a 5-1 game. We've had better XG, more shots, just one less on target, and 6% possession less. Demers cutting in and going for goal. And I mean, it just seems like everything they do goes in. I don't really know how I've lost this game 6-1. As it takes a massive deflection, which takes it past Brawl. But I don't really know how we lost this game. How have we lost this game 6-1? We should have scored at least 3. El Ghibli cutting in and finding Ritz, who then finds Bakker. Pinto into Radon, who finds Pinto. And Janssen makes yet another save. He saved, what, 3 one-on-ones he's had a good game, Janssen. As we're into the final 5 or so minutes here. 2 minutes to go of added time. And that is the final whistle. It ends here at Canberra. Canberra 6, Vitesse 1. A very disappointing debut as Vitesse manager. As I'm sure the management, I'm sure I could get sacked here. So, I don't really want to pay attention to this because apparently these are the worst team in the league, and I think that's more just because, like they don't know who is. So I think we're gonna. Right. So when do we play Topos? Do we play Topos anytime soon? Not really. How good a Hellman Sport? How good a Hellman Sport? They lost their first game. Okay, we're going to play against Hellman Sport in the next episode. So this is the here. So we will be playing a couple of games before that point. So if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you are always notified when I upload a video. Don't forget to check out the second channel. Link in the description. That is where you will find the full stream where we play those games in between the game we played today and the game against Hellman Sport, which will be in the next episode. Don't forget to follow the Twitch. Link is in the description as well. That is, of course, where we stream the behind the scenes and the Sleaford Town save. Don't forget to follow the TikTok and the Twitter. Links are in the description. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for more Football Manager content. I'll see you there, and peace.